Hello, welcome to another video by Torches Cool UK. Today we're looking at the Lumintop Tool 2.0 AA. So this is a box that it came in. Really simple, straightforward little cardboard box. No frills at all. No specs on the box. Nothing. Just a couple of links to social media. Just here. Other than that, very simple. Just a little cardboard cutout, in fact a little foam cutout inside that just kept everything together. I've taken everything out. Inside the box it came with this little card just asking that you review their product and let them know what you thought. You don't often see that. That's quite a nice touch. They obviously care what people think. You also get spare O-rings, pretty standard. Basic lanyard, decent enough, it's only a small line. Nice material, soft. Little instruction manual there. Gives you all the specs. There is the specifications there. They go through quite a lot of information there about your battery options, safe use of the light, a couple of links to their social media platforms, and at the front of the book it says it's IPX8, impact resistant to 1.5 meters and hard anodized type 3. This is a nice little thing that they pop in, a little glow in the dark diffuser. There's the light, I'll show you around that in a moment. But yeah, just like a soft plastic material, just goes on the end. And just acts as a little lantern. A brilliant little thing to add in. And there you go, glow in the dark as well. And then finally you get a choice of two end caps in this as well. So you get a clicky, it's a forward clicky end cap, and you get an end cap which is magnetic as well. So you get a choice of the two, which I think is brilliant. Obviously when you're using this magnetic tail cap, the on and off is via the twisty head, so it just becomes a twisty. And then with the forward clicky tail cap you can have it constantly on at the head and just have that as your mode selection. Right, okay, so I bought this light because the Lumintop tool is something that's considered a must-have within the flashaholic community. The original one was a AAA light that came in. It came in aluminium, titanium, copper, possibly brass as well. This is the latest rendition, which is the Lumintop Tool AA 2.0 with an XPL LED in there. It's just endlessly useful, this thing. It's just been a brilliant light so far. I've only had it about 2 weeks. My son's already used this for a scout camping trip. I gave it to him with a AA rechargeable, the nickel metal hydride rechargeables. I'm using it with an X-Star 14500 lithium ion protected cell. It does say in the instructions that you want a protected cell, and you definitely want a button top because of the way the light is inside. So I don't think a flat top would work because there's a little ring. I don't think you'll be able to see it, it's too narrow, but you need a button top for it to work. You do get a higher output with the lithium ion cells, but obviously with the lithium ion cells you need a specialist battery, specialist charger, so it can it can accommodate for anyone really. This light, somebody who just wants to use AA batteries gets 260 lumens, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah, so on an alkaline AA you'll get 220 lumens, on a nickel metal hydride rechargeable 270 lumens, and then with the 14500 lithium ion you get a maximum 650 lumens. Let's put those up again. Go on, focus. So there's your little chart. So really for me, to have a little 14500 battery in this makes this an incredibly versatile light, because it is bright enough to really light up a massive area. So if you're dog walking, or if you're out trekking, or even wildlife spotting maybe, I don't know, whatever you're doing. I use it for carrying around with me at night, or when I do a late shift on a caravan park where I work. I use it to light up the yard and light up the big areas where I want to see if anyone's loitering about, and 650 lumens just is more than enough to do that job over wide areas. So it's, for the size of the light, it's brilliant. Just a quick point on this as well, actually. I've noticed a few people refer to this as being a bit of a hot rod. It doesn't get that hot. It can run for a good sort of several minutes before it gets anything like hot. It gets warm, but far from uncomfortable to use. It's just a really efficient little design. This it's really well made. So it's not the case of some of these lights that have a ridiculous output of several thousand lumens in a small package, and you get 20 seconds and it drops down to 300 lumens. It tends to sustain a pretty decent output for a good measure of time, really. So a little bit about the light itself. Well finished. The anodizing's really nice. It's absolutely flawless. Not a single mark on it when it came. Comes with a decent pocket clip, really sturdy. Not particularly deep carry. It wraps around the middle of the light, so I guess it's maybe if you had the magnetic tail cap on there, you'd get a little bit better depth into your pocket, but it's not a deep carry pocket clip. I've got a lanyard fastened on the back here. Go on, focus. You see there's 2 points there. The only irritant with that is it won't tail stand with the lanyard on. It wobbles too much. That's a little bit annoying, but there we go. I suppose you could maybe put it to the side before you put it down, like that. Tail stand, but yeah, it's not ideal, I guess. The nailing's all right. It's not particularly grippy. I've had the only nailing I've really had that's been any good as nailing is a Surefire UBR Invictus, and that had really grippy nailing on it. This nailing is not particularly massively grippy, but it's certainly the same as any of the bigger manufacturers like Freonite or Nike or Rolite. There's no difference there. It's not bad, but it's certainly far from the best I've seen. Forward clicky switch, really responsive. Not a lot of travel on that, which I like. It's right at the top, and then you get a good response when changing modes, and you get mode memory as well. I actually just stopped on strobe, so I'll see if I get mode memory. No, I don't. You don't get mode memory on the strobe then. Let's say I'm stopping it on moonlight there. I say moonlight, this is, how many lumens is this? With a 14500 it's 16 lumens, so it's quite a bright moonlight, I suppose. Turn it off, it'll come on low. If I switch it up to say high, leave it on, turn it off on high, then you get the high when it comes on. So the light itself is really well made. I'll just apply it out as well. I don't know if it'll show, no it won't show, but there's a glow in the dark ring around the inside of the bezel, which is just a nice touch. It's a smooth reflector, but because it's such a big LED in that small reflector, you get a really wide hotspot with it. So beam profile, this is cool white by the way, it's a cool white light, but it's inoffensive, it's a nice tint, but it's a cool white temperature. The one thing that really strikes me with this light when I'm using it is that the hotspot is really broad. It's got decent spill and it's got a really broad hotspot, so if you're using this on low or medium as you're walking along in the dark, the hotspot itself, even just dropping your arm down to waist level and carrying it comfortably, the hotspot is wide enough to cover the whole of your footpath. So I like that. I find that really useful in an EDC light. Little bit of spill, a decent wide hotspot. It's just perfect for walking. Absolutely perfect. So the suitability for this light is obviously EDC, just carrying on you all the time as a backup light. Have one in your car, have one in your work locker, have one in your drawer at home. Just buy loads of them because they're only cheap. They're unbelievable value because they're so well made, so well thought out. So just have loads of them and have them dotted about. They're ideal for dog walkers. They're ideal to have if you need to walk home in the dark and your way's not particularly well lit up. Ideal for that. Perfectly bright enough to act as a deterrent from anyone. They're just ideal for having around the house if your electric trips off and you need to turn your lights back on, or if you've got a big yard and you need to bring your dog in and you want to just see what they're up to out there. It'll light all your yard up. It's just so versatile. Brilliant light. For the money, for the price that these are, you just have to have one. You will be impressed. It's not a cheapo light. It's a decent, expensive light. Comes with loads and loads of accessories that are just useful as anything. Magnetic tail cap if you're working on your car under the bonnet and you just want to click it into place and just have it as a working light. Absolutely brilliant. Diffuser if you're going camping, or if you want to light up an area under a sink when you're plumbing and you want a diffused light. Just absolutely brilliant. They're superb. I was going to sell this. I just bought this. I bought this with my own money, by the way. It's not been sent to me for free. I bought this with the intention of just doing a review and selling it to get something else to review and make more videos. However, I've just found it so useful. It was a bit of a godsend to be able to send my lad with a decent torch, a safe torch with a AA alkaline battery in it, to scout camp. It's useful at work, it's useful around the house. I'm not selling it, it's just not worth it for what I paid for it. It's brilliant. So it's definitely a keeper with this light. With the forward clicky tail cap in place and the twisty head on and off as well, it's just a superb combination. What I found with having twisty head EDC lights, such as the 4.7's Mini Turbo and the 4.7's Mini, and even the Phoenix EO5, that are all twisty head lights, if they're in your pocket or if they're attached to your keys, they tend to switch on by themselves in your pocket. So you can quite often go to your pocket, bring your light out, and the battery's dead or the battery's dying because it's been on in your pocket because it's activated itself in there. I guess the same would go for a light that is solely a rear clicky. The potential for it to activate in your pocket is still there as well. So it's no good if you come to use it and you need it and it's run down in your pocket. Now this light, with having the rear tail switch and the twisty head, you can either have the head tightened up ready for you just to activate with the rear switch, or you can have the rear switch clicked in and just activate it with the twisty head. Or if you want to keep it doubly safe, you can switch off both ends, and then it's deactivated. It's not going to drain the battery, it's not going to activate in your pocket, it's just there ready when you need it, and it's just a case of simple click and twist and you're on. So that is very useful for me as a groundsman at work. I'm very active, I'm crawling under caravans, I'm doing this, that and the other, so I want to know that my light isn't going to get activated in my pocket, and with having that off and that unloosened, I'm pretty sure it's not going to activate. So that's a brilliant little point with this light as well. One of the reasons that I hadn't anticipated it, but I just found it incredibly useful. So yeah, all round, absolutely wholeheartedly recommend this light to absolutely anybody, whether they're going to use a lithium ion battery because they're a flashaholic, or whether they're going to use a AA alkaline and they just want a decent quality hardware in a versatile light for around the house. It's just absolutely ideal for everybody. So yeah, I'll put some Beamshots on. I will just double check I haven't missed any information on my review so far. If I have, I'll put it on after my Beamshots. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel, it does help me do more reviews and get more lights. There's a link in the description where you can purchase this light from, so please check that out as well. It is a must-have. It is a must-have light. They're absolutely superb, brilliant little thing. Okay, here's the Beamshots. Thank you. So that was the Beamshots. Hope you enjoyed those. I just thought I'd package it back up and show you how it came. So here's the box. Feedback card was at the top, and everything just came bundled up like that. Came with the tail clicky switch. It has the diffuser and the magnetic tail cap there, and then the lanyard up here in this corner. Really well, just nicely packaged, all secure in there. Great as a gift light. One of the best EDC lights that I've had. So yeah, honestly, if you're considering getting one of these, just get one. They're brilliant, awesome light. Thanks very much. Cheers.